Ice is a serious concern overnight and into Wednesday. Meteorologist Joe Martucci here, and this was from Greenwich on Tuesday afternoon from Beth Schofield, and this was her school bus. It was almost fully covered in ice here as we saw the rain freeze on contact. Temperatures below 32 in places like Greenwich, creating a freezing rain situation throughout the day. Now, let's take a look at that snow that we had. Let's compare my forecast to reality. Let's check the receipts, see what we got. We'll take you down to the southern part of the state, and we'll show you what we had here. So overall, the forecast verified in most spots, but there were a couple of areas, especially in northern Ocean County, that did see over 2 inches of snow. You make your way up to the northern half of the state, it was okay. If anything, it was actually a little high, the forecast. You see a lot of these areas 1 to 2 inches, as really that dry air held on and turned a lot of that snow just into water vapor and nothing fell to the ground. Here's a look at some of our ice reports today in terms of how much freezing rain we saw. So we'll take you to Atlantic City International Airport here, 0.1 inch of ice. And we take you to Millville, it's also 0.1. Remember, all you need is a glaze of ice to cause problems. I think we all know that. And that's why we have a big black ice concern overnight into all day on Wednesday as temperatures stay below 32 degrees. We take a look at our temperatures in our futurecast overnight here. Clear sky will allow temperatures to fall into the teens for pretty much all inland places. And then along the shore, we're around 20 degrees. High temperatures for your Wednesday, just about the mid to upper 20s here. That's colder than where we were on MLK Day. And we got a wind blowing too. We have gusts around 25 miles an hour. So when you add this all up, you take a look at our temperatures and our wind chills tonight into our Wednesday morning, and it feels like the single digits or maybe 10 degrees for most of this time. And over at the shore, pretty much the same story, as winds will be a little bit stronger. So let's just recap this icing. Most of the wet areas are already iced up. They've been iced up since about 4 o'clock. Dangerous road and sidewalk conditions continue, and this stuff won't melt until Thursday during the day. We take a look at your daytime forecast. You see that jump from the 20s to the mid to upper 30s on Thursday here. Still a little bit below average, but it's enough to melt some things. All right, let's get to Friday here. There is a storm. It's going to be mostly snow, but there's 3 scenarios at play. So this is the light snowfall scenario. It's pretty much a weak coastal storm, kind of similar to what we just had last night here, where it's light snow for much of us across the area. That mix stays far south. Scenario 2 is light for most, heavy for some, and this is going to be from a northern trough, which is really just an extended lobe of low pressure that hangs out on the west side of a low pressure system. So what happens is there's an area that would see some heavier snow. Could be anywhere in that darker blue, but that would be where you have 6-inch potential as you go into Friday and Friday night. And then you have scenario 3, least likely, but this would be a bona fide nor'easter. We would probably see a mix of heavy snow and rain with this for most of the area, but places maybe like Toms River or Bridgeton could be all heavy snow. It's not my favorite scenario, but it's something just to pay attention to. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast here. So we are cold on Wednesday, pretty cold on Thursday. Remember, it's going to be cloudy too, so no sun trying to warm us up. Friday, we got that storm coming along, and then cold for Saturday and Sunday, 2 days below 32 degrees. But it does look like we finally get out of this stormy stretch after Friday here, and it does look like most of next week is going to be above average here across South Jersey and the Jersey Shore. For more from me and our Lee Weather team, you can check out our Across the Sky podcast. New episodes every Monday, including this past Monday, where we talked about all the different energy sources out there: nuclear, fossil fuels, renewable energy, and how that translates into NASA and NOAA's news statement that Earth just had its warmest year on record.